Anyway, here we go. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi there, I'm Sabrina Clarke and I like to upload college, lifestyle, occasionally beauty, and other videos like that to this channel. So if you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay and please subscribe if you would like to be notified every time I upload a new video. Great. So as you can tell from the title bar below, today's video is going to be about what to expect in your very first semester of college. I know we're already halfway through, but if you're a high school senior, high school junior, or you're just watching this because you want to know what I think, my personal opinions, etc., then I hope you get something out of this. So if you would like to hear all of the tips that I have about what to expect your first semester, then please keep watching. The first tip I have is that syllabus week is nothing like the rest of the weeks of college. So for those of you who don't know, syllabus week is essentially your first full week of school where your professors will give you all of the syllabi for your classes and tell you what to expect coming up. Now, during this week, you will basically just be given an introduction to all of the course material. As expected, first week of school is usually the easiest, but it is nothing like the rest of the weeks because there will just be a pace that just keeps going. Occasionally it'll accelerate and you'll find yourself getting lost in the mess, and you gotta keep up. It's really stressful, but I feel that once you know what to expect and once you know that it's going to pick up, you're definitely going to want to get a better handle on everything. So here is your forewarning. It is not the same, okay? It is not the same. But I think that once you get all your syllabi, you can use them to sort of plan out a schedule and get a feel for what things you want, like how you want to plan out your study schedule, or like when you want to do your homeworks, when is the best for you to sleep, you know, because that's also important, and things like that. So use your syllabi wisely, but just know that that first week is probably the most sleep you're going to get your entire year. The second tip I have is that your TAs may occasionally be more helpful than your professors. Or maybe not, because sometimes a lot of your professors will be more geared towards the research of the content that they're teaching in the class. For example, last year I took Intro to Chem 1, well, that's not called Intro to Chem 1, but just Chem 1. And that professor, he is an interesting character, I'll say, but I'm pretty sure he's also a research professor, so he'll just go above and beyond the content and just not even really focus on what should be in the class and the details that we need to know for exams, etc., and just like keep going. And oftentimes we had to rely on some of our TAs to help explain the material a lot better. And some of them were great, some of them were not, so I occasionally went to other sections and sessions or went to office hours to really like get the material, and then sometimes in chem I just gave up and I was just like, nah, I'm gonna just take the L, because if you don't get it sometimes, you don't get it, and you just have to focus on what you do know and move on. But if you happen to have a professor who doesn't really focus much on the material, but you find that your TAs are very helpful, make sure you take advantage of them 100%. Send them emails, always go to office hours, just get the most out of them that you possibly can, because that's what they're there for. They're there to help you and also to help the professor, so they can, I don't know if they actually do this, but I feel like they can also help give feedback to the professor and say, hey, this is what the students are struggling with, so if you want to focus on this in lecture, that would be really great. And then, you know, your experience might be pretty good in that class. My third tip in your first semester, one thing that you should know, is that skipping class is real. Now, allow me to elaborate, okay, before people sound off and just say, oh, well, you shouldn't skip class. No, you shouldn't skip class, but sometimes you have to. If you find that you're doing well enough in a class to where you can forego that lecture for spending time to do homework for another class, you might do it. If you, like me, accidentally sleep through all of your classes on Wednesday because you went to bed at 5 a.m. the night before, it happens. It's fine. Email your professors if that's the kind of class it is, or if it's a big lecture, get the notes from online, get the notes from someone else who is in the class, get the notes from a friend, whatever, do what you need to do. But sometimes skipping class happens, and it's okay, unless of course your syllabus says that attendance is a part of your grade, then you might be in trouble. But if you just email your professor, maybe it'll be okay. But yeah, just know that this is not like high school where, or at least for my high school in the county, we had a policy where if you missed class or if you were tardy or something, if you were like absent 3 times in the class, that was like an automatic lose credit or you fail the course. So it's not like that here most times. Sometimes it depends on what your syllabus says. So yeah, don't forget, skipping class is a real thing. My 4th tip for what to expect in your first semester of college is that professors might not do what it is they say they'll do. Now, I've experienced this not many times, but probably the most this semester, because one of my professors will always be like, I'm going to upload the homework for, you know, the next assignment on Wednesday, and you check Blackboard on Wednesday, and it's not there. So, Mandy Simons, if you're watching this video, please upload the homework on time. Not that you're watching this video. Shout out to Mandy Simons, she's my intro to linguistics professor. Oh, okay, but that's also like hypocritical because I have this channel and I don't upload when I say I'm gonna upload, so, you know. Yeah, I'm roasting myself because, hey, you gotta be honest with yourself sometimes. Gotti! So sometimes you're, for example, for another course we had an essay due, and we have like, how many TAs do we have for social psych? Like 6? We have like 6-ish TAs for like a big lecture of 100 and something students. And this essay is super simple, so like you just have to read through, make sure all the terms that are used in the essay are there and they're explained properly and like adapted to the situation properly, and then you move on. But these people did not give it back for like 2 weeks? 2 weeks or something? So sometimes that happens where you might have an exam and the professor will say, oh, we'll get it back to you next week, but you don't get it back for a while. Don't worry, you'll get it back eventually. My 5th and final tip, if I did not get cut off by the recording of this video, is to be prepared to figure out how you learn. In the very first real week, so the week after syllabus week, you'll really be into all of your courses and into all the subject matter. So you'll really be into the content of the courses, and if your professors don't teach the way you learn, or you find that you're not learning well in the class, then you will have to go outside of the class in that study time, go over the material, and reteach yourself. And in that reteaching, you'll find how you learn, and you can even apply that back to your classroom and say, okay, well, I know that this is an important thing that he said and then he rambled on for the rest of class, so let me make sure to write that down. Or you can low-key record the lectures. I've never done that, but I feel like I should, because sometimes my professors talk fast. But if you're just really focusing on the things that have stuck out in your mind, you can pinpoint that to how you study, and then you can learn better, and then you'll have a 4.0 and you'll be a great student, because that's how life works. Alright everybody, that is it for this video. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. I definitely did, but I hope it was funny, sort of. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you want to say hi or to ask me any other questions about what to expect in your first semester of college or about college in general. And yeah, I will see you next time. I upload every Sunday and Wednesday between the hours of 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. I'm trying to be a lot more diligent, and I find that filming on Saturdays, which is what day it is today, really helps, so I'm going to try and do that. Yeah, but other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye! I love you, babe, in the scary